Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and to an order packing video. This is post Black Friday and you may have noticed that I haven't really stuck to my regular upload schedule. We didn't have a studio vlog last week and I did start one and I was planning to combine it and make like an epic 2-week long studio vlog and it didn't happen. So I thought we'd do an order packing vlog and I would probably just give like a chatty kind of voiceover commentary on sort of general shop stuff, how the sale went, a bit of order packing stuff. So yeah, that is what this video is. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, so the Black Friday sale was the 24th to the 28th, I think, 29th, something like that. It was end of November. The sale went amazingly well. Thank you so much if you placed an order. Way beyond my expectations. I always look at last year's figures and sort of try and not compare but just see if we've improved or grown, and it always amazes me that so far every year we have. So yeah, I was just very blown away by the volume of orders, the size of orders, and your lovely notes and everything. Like, your messages are amazing as well. But yeah, when we looked at the stats, we were a bit like, oh, this is a big sale. So luckily I did extend processing times from 1 to 2 weeks to 1 to 3 weeks. And as I'm speaking, it's Sunday right now, so it's been 2 weeks and like 3 days, and we're planning to have everything shipped out by tomorrow. So we're sort of doing okay. I think there are definitely things that I could have done a little bit better over the sale. Mainly, like, there's a lot of things that I do limited edition for sales where I wait until I've got the final figures and then I print and cut things so that I don't have extras, because if it's not going to be put up for sale again, I don't really want to have like spare kits and stuff. So I usually wait until I've got the figures, and because this sale was just so big, it took me a whole week to cut everything. So I think I probably could have benefited from, even if I had a few leftovers, like just cutting some things in advance. So that will be something that I'm going to try and change next year. But yeah, I feel like we handled the sale well in general, but that was just like one thing I was like, we could have probably done that a bit better, because the first week was just solidly cutting. The Cyber Monday mystery kit, the limited edition kits. Freebies alone took me like 2 days. It was just so much cutting. But yeah, so the first week was just getting everything ready to do orders. I had made the albums, the notepads were in stock, so that was that. And then the second week was just pretty much packing constantly. It starts slower, so the first orders, because we pack them in chronological order, but because we do combine orders, the later orders get like pulled up to the front to be like grouped with the first order, if that makes sense. So I feel like the first orders are always bigger, so it takes me ages to get through like the first stack. I printed all the invoices and split them into thirds because I thought that would, like, I could do one a day, and naively thought 3 days would be enough to pack all the orders. It was not. I ended up taking like 6. So yeah, the first stack took me like 3 days, and then the second stack took me like 2 days, and then the final stack was like a day. A lot of the final stack orders are just like Cyber Monday mystery kits on their own, so they're really speedy to pack. But yeah, that was pretty much how we sort of approached the sale orders. You can see on the left of the screen, these are my new releases and my limited edition releases, and I put them like, well, they don't actually fit in my other storage, but I put them on the like desk that I'm actually using so that I can grab the stickers quicker. I've got the box on the right, you can just sort of barely see it, that's full of freebies. I've got my goodie bags in the front, and then I do sort of pre-prepare the groups of tiered freebies, like the 50, 75 and the £100 ones. I do bag them up in advance. So yeah, that also takes more time, which is something that I also could have prepared in advance. But I don't think I did the sale orders badly, but I just think there are, like, every time you have a big sale, you spot kind of inefficiencies in your process, and like that's why I got Tom to make the invoice app that automatically combines orders, because that was something that took me a long time. We didn't offer order combining before, before he made the app that does it for me, but I did have to work out the totals for the tiered freebies, which used to take me a long time because I'm not proficient in Excel. So I used to just download all the orders to Excel and then like sort by the order total and then work out how many orders like in each bracket, which isn't that time consuming, but to be able to do it instantly now is just so much better. I'm trying to think of other things that we've changed. The way I process orders during sales is different, like the way I do the postage. So usually I'll pack all my orders and I have my little Happy Mail like labels that have the person's name on. Obviously I don't show those in the videos, but I do sort of label the packages before they get their postage labels. And in sales I apply the postage one by one because I don't know when I'm going to do my mail drops, because I try and maximize putting as much mail in the mail bags as I can before I drop them off, because this time of year and sometimes in general it's quite difficult to get the grey mail bags delivered from Royal Mail, so I try and fill them up so I don't unnecessarily like waste them. So if I apply the postage as I go, maybe I fill one bag up and I'm like, oh, I can quickly go and do a post run and it's all ready, rather than having to like faff around at the end applying postage on a load of orders. So I do that, but like in a normal day-to-day order packing situation, I would just apply it at the end because it is a little bit quicker to do it in bulk. But yeah, what am I doing going forward? So as I said, orders should be finished by tomorrow. So I've got to do the December mystery kit over the next couple of days because that's due to ship out by the end of next week. So that's my main focus, and we're also going to be doing a Boxing Day release / event. It's not a sale, so I'm not going to call it a sale, but I think I will do double points, and there's going to be a new release of a slightly different product. I'm not sure about new releases next week. I would like to do new releases next week because the date is... my MacBook is not coping with me trying to find the date. If it's Sunday the 11th today, it must be like the 16th, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure about releases on the 16th. I'd like to do some weekly kits because I'm a little bit behind. There's some Valentine's art that I'd like to use. There's like a pizza date one, like a bakery one, and kind of like a... I don't know, I've not seen the art fully yet, but there's another Valentine's, so there's lots of Valentine's Day art basically. So I would like to do a Valentine's Day release, but it just depends on how quickly I can get the mystery done. So yeah, but today I'm going to be finishing up premium matte orders. So after today we should be done with the sale orders. We've also packed the orders that came in after the sale, and then we can go back to releases and normality and just like normal office things, because it's so weird. Also when I'm vlogging, I don't really know what to show during these weeks. That's why I thought, oh, I'll merge the 2 weeks, because one week we'll be cutting and the other week we'll be packing. But honestly, it was just 2 weeks of me being really overwhelmed and not knowing if I was going to get the orders done in time, and it doesn't make for great content. But luckily it all worked out. I am hoping to take like the Christmas week off, so there obviously won't be a vlog then. I will try and vlog next week. I honestly don't know, don't expect much of me and you won't be disappointed. I need to get back to my plan with me's because I'm just not even going to say it. I say this every few weeks. We know I'm behind. I did my live plan with me for the Southwest Planner Club, and that went really well, and someone suggested like I could do live plan with me's to try and catch up on my like plan with me videos, which I think is a good idea, but I just don't know when I'm going to do them. So if I do decide to do one, I'll put something up about it. That might be fun. But yeah, so these orders I'm packing there's been quite a lot of grab bag and oops bag orders. So the Lucky Dip kits we also offer during the grab bag sale. Like there's an example now. They are just like discontinued oops kits. They aren't necessarily always oops kits, because I used to have like a non-oops variant, and then I just had 2 piles of stickers that were very similar, so I just merged them because it made it easier for like stock keeping. So those are a really great value, because if you bought 5 or more, you got 50% off on the Saturday. So I have a lot of really heavy like Lucky Dip and oops and grab bag orders, which is great because it helps me clear out so much space. And then I've done my best to make sure that if there are any Cyber Monday mystery kits being packed, that they are kind of hidden. So you might notice some weird jump cuts, but that's probably why. Also the fact that I get really lazy editing these packing videos, so sometimes the edits are not the best. But I'm quite enjoying this video. It gives me like podcast vibes. Like, is this like a packaging podcast? Maybe if I do them again, we could have like themed topics, because this one has been like a sale debrief and like just general chat, but we could do themed ones, like if you have questions or something. Like, I think that's more interesting than a Q&A, although I have like Q&A questions from literally over a year ago that I never used, so I could always just use those. Maybe I'll do that. Do I have much time left? Okay, I've just found them. This is from February last year. No, 2 years ago. I think I've answered a few of them before though, so I'll just pick a few random ones. So one was my biggest hurdle in building a business, and I think it's kind of now like figuring out how to scale, because obviously we had the blunder with the wide format printer and stuff, which probably would work for a different business and it just didn't work for mine. But I think it's like kind of figuring out what to do next, which is probably not a very good answer, but it's knowing the right steps to take when you haven't really got time to experiment because you're trying to run a business like day to day. Has Tom ever designed any stickers? And if not, would you let him? He actually wants to design, I can't remember what, if it was like April Fool's, he wanted to try and design one and then sell it for like charity. And I actually don't know if it would be bad, because I think it's like not knowing how to put the kit together, but he knows how it should look because of obviously cutting them for so long. But he's never like drawn any stickers or anything. That was like a using Photoshop to design a kit kind of idea we had. What was the first planner that you used for decorative planning? I did use my Kiki K and my Filofaxes. They were my first planners. I did decorate them. I had like the personal sized inserts. I had the ones that went like horizontal and the vertical boxes. So I was decorating from like the very beginning. So I guess personal rings. So this is a funny question because obviously it was received before I did the Happy Place collection for my Etsyversary, my 5th year one. But it is, will Ari ever feature in a sticker kit or on an album? And he was in the sticker kit. He's not been on an album yet, so he's still got somewhere to go. But I did also get a drawing of Ari commissioned quite recently from Sully's studio. So I've got that just so that I can put it into sticker kits for myself. But I think he would look really cute on an album. And then I've got 2 personal questions. So the first one is, do you want any more animals? I would love another dog. I don't think we're going to get one. Yeah, I think 3 animals is quite enough for now. But yeah, I would love another puppy, but I would also love to be able to take like a lot of time off and like really train them well as a baby. We didn't know what we were getting into with Ari. We've never had a dog before. And everyone was like, oh, it's like having a baby. And we were like, surely not. I think it is. Obviously I've never had a baby, so I don't know, but yeah, I would love another dog. I also really wanted a cat, but I don't know if I'm that interested in cats anymore after having dogs, because I was always a cat person and I really wanted a cat because of like how independent they are. But I think I would still like a cat, but I want a Siberian cat because I'm allergic to cats and dogs. So we've been looking for like hypoallergenic breeds, and I've had my heart set on a Siberian for about 7 years. And the idea was when Tom got a dog, I was going to get a cat, but I didn't get a cat when we got Ari, and now I just want more dogs. So I don't know. I think we will get a cat at some point. It does make it more difficult with the rabbits though to get a cat, because at the minute their enclosure is all open because Ari can't get in, but a cat could get in. So I think no cat while we have rabbits. And then final question, what is your favourite biscuit? I love this question. Controversially, I'm going to say a Jaffa cake. And people might not agree that it's a biscuit. I always sit on the fence. I don't know what it's classed as, but it's in the biscuit aisle, so I'm going to say Jaffa cake. I'm going to end this video here just so it doesn't get too long, but thank you so much for watching/listening and for ordering in the sale if you placed an order or shared anything. Just for your support is really amazing. Thank you, I really appreciate it. There will be a video when there's a video next. I don't know what I'm going to be uploading, but thank you so much for sticking around and bearing with me through the sale chaos and obviously in the Christmas rush and everything. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!